It is time for Emerald Eats, where we get to highlight amazing food in our area.
Yeah, and today we are joined by Logan Cox, owner and chef at Restaurant Homer. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it smells so good in here, guys. So talk to us about where the name Homer for the restaurant came from.
Homer is actually named after my wife and mine golden retriever named Homer. Yeah, he's our sweet little guy. He's he just turned 7 actually in February.
That's amazing.
You have him on the coasters even.
Yes.
Look at how cute that is.
You love an ode to a dog.
Exactly. And it's kind of plays into, my wife is from Alaska, and we used to run a lodge before we got married in Homer, Alaska, hence the name, naming the dog. We are very creative, so we named the restaurant Homer.
That's great. Tell us all about what kind of food you serve.
We do sort of a play on Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cuisine, but we use it through the lens of like the produce of the Pacific Northwest. So you won't see a lot of traditional items, but you know, for instance, today we're serving sunchokes, which you wouldn't normally see in, say, a Mediterranean or Middle Eastern restaurant. And we wanted to kind of showcase these today because these might be something you'd see at, you know, Whole Foods or your farmer's market, and you'll be like, what the heck are those?
Yeah.
Sure.
How do I cook them? They look like ginger. I don't understand. So I kind of, you know, just wanted to showcase it to people at home that you could easily make a dish with sunchokes.
You're demystifying sunchokes
Exactly.
for us.
Thank you for
Yes,
that. Yeah,
yes.
doing your work there. And now everything you make is prepared wood-fired. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I just am a firm believer that cooking something over fire makes it taste that much more delicious. So we decided when we were building a restaurant out that it was like, I don't even want a gas line. Let's just have a big fireplace and a big wood-burning oven. And that's our two elements of cooking at the restaurant. So.
Beautiful.
And I heard you make pretty much everything from scratch in-house. Why was that really important to you?
I'm being a professional chef. I've cooked for, you know, maybe 20 years now. So like I find passion in like making yogurts and misos and sourdough breads and all those things, and it just sort of it makes the job more fun for everyone that's coming in, especially for a neighborhood restaurant like us. We like want to make sure it's approachable, but still have them experience like something a experienced chef might be able to serve.
Yeah, now we do have so many delicious items on the table, but before we jump in, I want to ask you about your second restaurant called Milk Drunk. Tell us about that.
Milk Drunk is a restaurant just down the street from Homer, actually. We also live in Beacon Hill, where the neighborhood's located. So we saw this space open up, and we're like, let's open a place here too. So Milk Drunk is actually named after my 3-year-old daughter, Simone.
Oh, yes!
Given it was birthed during the pandemic, and she was breastfeeding at the time.
Yes, yes.
So we decided to name a soft serve restaurant after her.
I love the inside joke. I love the inside joke.
Well, what are we making today? Talk us through it.
So today we are serving some caramelized sunchokes with black garlic, celery, kumquats, and bee pollen, which sounds complicated, but it's actually a very simple thing to make at home if you wanted to use sunchokes. You just need to rinse them very well, cut them into small pieces, and roast them in an oven at, say, like 425 at home for about 30 minutes. And they'll turn into these small little caramelized, delicious, soft,
beautiful,
like little sunchokes here.
Now, do you peel these? Or?
You don't have to. I purposely leave the skins on because they get really nice and crispy when you roast them. But that's all you really got to do, is just roast them on a sheet tray.
Beautiful. Where are sunchokes from?
These ones are from Red Dog Farm. It's an organic farm located up north near Port Orchard.
Beautiful.
Cool.
So we're serving this today, you know, keeping with that Middle Eastern Mediterranean theme. We have some black garlic tahini here.
Ooh.
Black garlic is traditionally a sort of fermented garlic, whole garlic cloves that are cooked at a very low temperature for a month until they turn like this black, sort of caramelized, sweet flavor. Now we have those, and we can just add our sunchokes.
Look at that.
Beautiful. And now this, of course, is one of the dishes that people can find, in fact, at your restaurant.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been serving this one since December, so the sunchokes will be available till, I was told, April.
Nice. So cooking everything that's in season seems really important to you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's much more exciting to like see what the farmers are growing and utilizing what they have available for us.
Cool.
And celery's a little bitter since these sunchokes are kind of sweet and caramelized. This gives it like a nice herbaceous bitter note to it.
So it's a celery, and what else is in that sauce?
There's garlic, there's caraway seeds, there is some cilantro stems that have been pureed.
Nice.
And then we have these kumquats, which are kind of like little tiny orange bombs that you can put, that we've pickled in rice wine vinegar, a little sugar. So you get a pop of color and a nice little bit of acidity in there as well.
Ooh, beautiful.
And we have this bee pollen, which kind of gives like that flavor of honey, without the sweetness.
Interesting.
Bee pollen's supposed to be really good for you, right?
It is, yeah. Lots of people put it in their smoothies or on their acai bowls.
Yeah, is this something you can find at the grocery store?
You can actually order it off Amazon.
Oh, wow.
nice.
But I'm sure at like Whole Foods you'd probably be able to find it too.
Yeah.
And since sunchokes are technically in the family of sunflowers, we're using sunflower seeds as a garnish.
Wow.
And
This
then
is just so beautifully plated.
this is just some shiso, which is a great herb that's usually used in Japanese cooking. It's got kind of like, you see like that leaf on next to your sushi when you order it.
Yeah.
But it has like a nice floral, sort of celery sweet flavor to it.
Well, we can tell you're preparing it with love here. Look at this.
I know. And then since there's cilantro in that green sauce, I kind of like reinforce that flavor by putting some cilantro leaves in there,
Beautiful.
I can't wait to try them.
I know, it sounds amazing. Now, while you're finishing plating this, tell us a little bit about these wonderful dips that we have on the table as well.
Yeah, so at our restaurant, we basically almost every table comes in and orders our wood-fired pita bread with our spreads. And we always have a trio that you can order. The consistent one is hummus and our house labna, and we usually have like a seasonal one. And right now we have a celeriac and cashew dip with fermented red chilies and black lime powder.
Is that this right here?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Which
said a
gives
lot of
it-
tasty things, but I didn't know which
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It gives it that jet black look and kind
Beautiful.
of something interesting that you could still also come into a neighborhood place and afford, you know.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Let's try.
Yeah, give
Do
it
you
a
have any
try.
forks?
I do have some forks here.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
There's two. They're
Great.
clean, I swear.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Here we go.
All right.
So should we cut it or just like
You can
grab
just eat
a
it
whole
whole.
bite?
Yeah, it's soft and chewy and crunchy all at the same
let's
time.
go for
so,
this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide what it tastes like.
I love
this is
the
my first
kumquat.
time having one of these.
Yeah.
I love the cilantro.
Yeah. I
really
always say,
good.
like, I think they call it a Jerusalem artichoke or a sunchoke because it has a flavor similar to an artichoke. But in this way, like, you can just roast it plain and you get that really crunchy, chewy flavor that you wouldn't normally get out of the texture of an artichoke.
And the black garlic sauce
Zucchini,
here,
yeah.
oh my goodness.
It is
So
just bursting with
delicious.
flavors. I would definitely order that. if I
Great.
came in.
Yeah, we'll come in.
Can we
yeah.
try some of your dips?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, here you go, girl.
Tell us which each one is again.
Yeah, so right up front here is our hummus with marinated chickpeas, cilantro.
Sign me up.
Yeah. That one's always on our menu. And then next to that, the white one is a labna with dried cherry tomatoes, sea lettuce, and mint.
And labna is like a savory yogurt, right?
Yeah, so we make the yogurt and we strain it for 3 days in the
Ooh.
refrigerator. So it gets really thick, but super tangy, kind of fermenty, so it's like fun to eat. And the other one is our seasonal one right now, which is our celeriac cashew dip that has pickled red chilies and black lime powder.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Oh,
You are
okay.
doing it right, my friend. How did you learn that you love to cook?
It's kind of been, I've been doing it for so long that I just sort of continued to do it. My first job was working in a restaurant, and I just continued working through restaurants in college, and instead of graduating and finishing, I still have 1 semester left. Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
No.
We just kept cooking professionally, and here we are today. We have 2 restaurants and a great family, and we
I feel like you're doing it
Seattle.
right. You're
I
doing
know.
it well.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for coming in, Chef Logan Cox with Restaurant Homer. And we posted more info on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you have a restaurant or bar that you think we should feature, let us know. Email us studio13live@fox.com.
Bye. Happy weekend.